That's right, friends. That peppy 8-bit music can mean only one thing. It's time for another video. And you are just in time to join Henny, my lovely metal house chicken, and I on our 365-day postcard adventure. That's right, we'll be sending out a postcard every single day in 2025. It's step 1 in our New Year's resolution to spread smiles and a little bit more cheer all around the world. Yes, I know, we missed a few days, and we're sorry to have kept you waiting, but I promise we have a good excuse. If you watched our bonus round video when Henny dropped off a card to Miss Lisa in San Jose, you'll know that Henny's cousin Winnie was visiting. That's right, she came all the way from New York City. You know, where all the fake salsa is made. That is, if you believe the old Pace Picante commercials. Winnie moved out east long ago. She wanted to live where punk was born. Can't you tell from her bright pink mohawk that she's a punk girly? No? Well, she is. And even though she loves her life in the big city, she sure does miss her cousin Henny out here in the boonies. Reminds me of that story, the tale of Johnny Town Mouse. You know, one of Beatrix Potter's tales. From the 1900s. No? You've never heard of it? Well, don't worry, friends. I can summarize it for you. In the beginning of the story, each mouse, both the city and the country mouse, envied each other's lives. The city mouse longed to kick his feet up and relax out in the country, enjoy the slow pace of life. And the country mouse, why, they wanted the excitement and hustle and bustle of the big city. But after visiting each other, they came to realize that they are content. They prefer their home and their own lives. The moral of the story, and what I love most about it, is that it's okay to have different tastes and preferences. We can all still be friends at the end of the day. We don't all have to like the same things or live the same way to get along. And I think that's a beautiful message. Anyway, the girls were having such a wonderful time catching up that even though the postcards were all neatly stacked by the door and ready to go, they kind of forgot to deliver them, and I didn't have the heart to break up their fun. But no worries. Thankfully, Henny, being the metal house chicken she is, and not the fleshy house chicken like her cousin Winnie, is equipped with spare parts from Doc Brown's DeLorean. That's right, you must have saw that movie, Back to the Future. Yes, you clever things, she does have a time flux capacitor. Thankfully, it was all charged up and rip-roaring ready to go. After Winnie headed on back to the Big Apple, Henny picked up her route, right where we left off, revitalized and full of vim and vigor. Henny's first pit stop was to Miss Mary in the Land of Enchantment, otherwise known to those outside the USA as our 47th state. In order to reach Miss Mary on schedule, Henny had to turn that dial on her time machine back to January 6th. In mere seconds, after lots of flashing lights and beeps and blips, Henny was instantly transported 1,152 miles away. That's 1,854 kilometers for our international friends, and 29 days ago into the past. On her way to drop off Miss Mary's scrumptious recipe cards. My, don't they look tasty, friends? What's your favorite recipe to cook? Make sure to tell Henny and I all about it in the comments down below, 'cause you know we'll want to cook it on up and try it too. I mean, if you like it, friends, it has to be good. You've got good taste. I mean, after all, you like Henny. That's proof right there. Henny got distracted by the local petroglyphs. What's a petroglyph? Why, that's just a fancy term for a drawing that's carved into a rock. The ones here in Miss Mary's state are over 3,000 years old. Experts agree that the pictures were carved not only by the local indigenous tribe, which would be the Pueblo, but early Spanish settlers as well. Unfortunately, the drawings are so old that no one is really quite sure what they mean. There's no translation guide available, like there is with the pyramids in Egypt. So sadly, we'll never know the story that these ancient people were trying to tell. Oh no, don't worry. That didn't stop Henny from trying to figure it all out. You know our hen. After years of being a super sleuth for the Acne crime net, she was confident in her deductive reasoning skills. If anyone could crack that code, Henny was sure it was her. No translation, no problem, she said. Why, she even busted out her old decoder ring. You know, the one that you got as a prize in the bottom of the wheat checks box? No? Oh, the 1960s was before your time, huh? Yeah, me too. I see. Well, anyway, Henny had a blast playing archaeologist, hiking up and down the trails, trying to unravel the mystery of the rocks. What did she see? Why, all kinds of pictures, friends. Woolly mammoths, starry skies, and even a bird that looked amazingly similar to a chicken. I wonder if ancient chickens delivered mail too. What do you think, friends? Did Henny stumble upon the first chicken postmaster general? Were they recording their adventures, just like Henny and I do here on YouTube? After learning a little bit more about our human history, Henny decided that it was time for her to fly on over to the National History and Science Museum and brush up on her knowledge about her own ancestors. She bought a ticket. Thankfully, they gave her the discounted middle chicken rate, and learned all about dinosaurs in 3D. Yes, chickens are one of the last living descendants of dinosaurs, specifically theropods, which are T-Rex or velociraptors. Hey, since Henny is a middle house chicken, does that mean her ancestors were the Dinobots? Me, Grimlock. Well, after that, the sun was starting to get low in the sky, and Henny thought it best to wrap up her visit to Miss Mary's hometown and be on her merry way. Why, yes, she could technically use her time flux capacitor to relive this fun day over and over and over again. But Henny has lots and lots of stops left on her itinerary, lots of cards to deliver, and lots of time to make up. She didn't want to use up too much power and not be able to make all of her stops. Our post-crossing friends are counting on us. Or even worse, she could get stuck in the past. You know, Henny is a realist, and she was very much aware that she might not get lucky like they did in the movie and have the good fortune to stumble into a lightning storm to recharge her time flux capacitor. On her way home, she couldn't resist grabbing a green chili cheeseburger for the road, though. A local delicacy. They were invented here in 1926. Or at least that's what the whiptail lizard running the food truck by the museum said. She is the state reptile, though. So I think we can trust her friends. I mean, if anyone would know, it would be her, right? She says their state produces more chili peppers than any of the other 49 states. Over 53,000 tons of chili peppers a year. That is the weight of 26 elephants, friends! Crazy! So, any idea where Miss Mary is? Maybe if I give you a clue by showing you her flag? No? Nothing yet? Well, I know a lot of you have been watching our bonus round videos, and by now, most of you are honorary gumshoes. So how about you put those good deductive reasoning skills to use while I recap Henny's trip for you. 47th state, land of enchantment, top producer of chili peppers, over 53,000 tons, harvested each year, and home to ancient rock carvings called petroglyphs. Did Henny travel back in time to Albuquerque, New Mexico, Salt Lake City, Utah, or Flagstaff, Arizona? We'll give you a minute to think about it. Shut up whenever you know the answer. Don't be shy. Say it loud and proud. It's okay if you make a mistake. We're all friends here. And remember, perfection is boring. If any of you said Albuquerque, New Mexico, ding, 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 you are correct. Even though Henny is on a tight schedule and only has so much juice in the time flux capacitor, she still has time to recognize your achievements. So those of you that guessed Albuquerque, New Mexico, step on forward. Even though Henny is a retired agent, she still has pull within the organization and has the power to W all honorary agents. She wants you to take these official Acme Crime Net windbreaker jackets. Hear the crinkling of the fabric. That was the sound of my childhood, friends. In the 90s, we were obsessed with being fortified, always protected, and not being caught off guard and blown away by the wind. They made windbreaker everything back then. Pants, shirts, headbands, fanny packs, you name it. And it all came in that paper-thin, crackly fabric. What's that you say? Does it keep you warm? Oh, heavens no. Not at all. You'll be chilled to the bone in it. But you'll be safe from the wind. Can you get a different color? You don't like day glow? No, I'm sorry. It only comes in blindingly bright neon colors. The more clashing, the better. Henny chose for you the It color palette from back in the day. Turquoise and purple. Why, even Taco Bell was rocking it in the 90s. Look, can you just take the jacket and humor Miss Henny? Getting one of these and a portable CD player with headphones from the chief was a big deal and a great honor back in the day. Henny just wants to make you feel special and celebrate your win. Whether you use this jacket or not, although if you don't, beware the wind. Continue the search. Get on out there and find Carmen and her conniving coterie of cat burglars. Now, don't rush off so soon. Before Henny takes off to her next stop, she wants to send you off with the Acne Crime motto. Have you guys been practicing your Metal House Chicken language lessons? Oh, good, I'm so happy to hear that. Any of you fluent? No, not yet. Yes, it is a tricky language to learn. It's the clucks and the begawks that are tripping you up. Yes, oh no, I understand. To the untrained ear, they can sound similar. That's totally fine. You keep practicing. I'm sure you'll be an expert in house chicken in no time. Until then, I'm always happy to translate for Henny. Okay, Henny, I'm all set. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. I'm not as cool as the chief, but I'll do my best. 5 are the senses you'll need. 4, putting crooks on the run. 3 rounds to fight against greed. To be sure, justice has won. Go get 'em, gumshoes. Okay, now for those of you who were wrong, don't worry, Henny didn't forget about you. She wants you to step on up, take this Pocket World Atlas, study hard, and come back tomorrow and try again. We both have faith in you. You'll be a gumshoe yet. Until we roost here together again, Henny and I would like you to please take good care of your amazing and wonderful selves, my cute little chickadees. Never forget, there's only one you in the entire world. That means you're precious and irreplaceable. Until then, bye-bye. What's that, Henny? As you rev up the time flux capacitor, you want me to send you off with the Postmaster Chicken motto? Oh, and you want everyone else to join in too? Yeah, I think we could do that, right, guys? Henny does so much for us. What's this one little thing? Do you remember the motto? You don't. Okay, let's go over it one more time, and then we'll all shout it together for her to pump her up and get her ready. You know, traveling through time can be quite scary. So it goes, neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow, begawk, begawk. Not cluck, cluck, remember? I know they're similar, but it's begawk, begawk. Time to take to the air, Henny. Let's go, let's go. Okay. Now on the count of 3, we're going to do it all together. 1, 2, 3. Neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow. Begawk, begawk. Time to take to the air, Henny. Let's go, let's go. Yay, you can do it. Woohoo. All right, she's all ready. Thanks, guys. Now, be careful, Henny, old girl, and say hi to Doctor Who if you see him.